Hello, everybody. Welcome on in to stream today. Hope everybody is doing well. Your days are going great, and everything is just pretty much going smooth for you. Now, what are we doing today? Today is going to be a bit of a different day. I usually don't stream on Saturdays, so this is going to be a little different. But we are going to be doing the Metaphor ReFantazio prologue demo. Now, I started this up earlier, and
I trust this will
yeah,
suffice.
here we go.
God smiles upon the generous.
Oh, away with you! Back to your cesspit, beggar! A land grotesque as its people. You dreamt of utopia. You saw the tribes united as one. Oh. That dream died long ago. You should have done the same. Your kingdom will perish alongside you. By my hand.
I cannot fathom it. His Majesty killed in his own bed.
The blooms upon the prince's grave had yet to wilt. Without an heir to wear the crown, what will become of the royal magic?
Thus vulnerable, an invasion might undo us.
From within or without, the state hangs on a precipice. It may even come to civil war.
In dark times, we must stand together.
Your Eminence!
Who could do this? Few could even enter the king's chambers, let alone draw close. And yet
His Majesty's arcane power could deflect near any blade. With all the royal bloodline's magic, who could harm him at all?
shadows stir in the castle just as they did with the prince. What hellbound soul could end a royal life? Who would dare such atrocity? Huh?
Luis.
A shame to die with no heirs. The prince was taken too soon. And only a king may wield the royal scepter, the very crux of his vaunted bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to war. One has to ask, them dead, who shall take the throne?
Here begins the demo prologue of Metaphor ReFantazio. What we have to offer you is but a taste of the story from its beginning. But through it, your experience will mirror the full version. Should you wish it, you may carry over your save data to the full version. We thank you for expressing your curiosity about our tale of fantasy.
Okay. So, what we got going on is here because we got the, essentially it starts off, as we saw so far, the king got murdered by that Luis guy. And, is attempting to essentially plunge the entire freaking country into war, pretty much, from the sounds of it. For what purpose? I don't know. Well, let's see. Let's get into this. We've already gone through and we messed with the settings, so. Time for a new game. Let's see what this is about. I'm actually really curious about how this plays.
Who's there?
I can feel you watching me from a place beyond my sight. Whoever you are, please tell me. Does our world pique your interest? Pardon my curiosity, but would you tell me your name? That is to say, tell me who you really are. The one who meets my eyes across a strange threshold.
Okay, well, obviously.
Ah, a most unusual name. One I've never heard in our world. Which suggests to me you might reside in a world beyond ours. It is a curious thing that in your eyes, my entire world is but the dawn of a story yet untold. Or to put it another way, this is a fantasy. But can it truly be dismissed as something so far removed from you? If indeed you wish to cross to our world for a time, I would first ask that you indulge one question. Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call it a powerless creation?
Let's say not always. Because you've always seen stuff like okay, like even works of fiction developing a following around it. Like the art influences the user and the user influences the art style stuff. That's kind of how I feel about that.
More than wishful thinking, more than fiction. Something capable of affecting the realities beyond its bounds. This must be what you believe. I confess, my own answer still eludes me. But consider, if fantasy is born from hope, a desire to make the world better than it is, then that hope can be made manifest. Thus does change come, and thus is fantasy forged into a new reality. Perhaps the story about to unfold before you will tell us. I'm thoroughly invested now myself, so let this tale begin.
Let's just do normal. Yeah, normal will be easy. Well, not easy, but you know what I mean. Normal is normal. I always like trying to start off on normal. If it's too hard for me, I will knock it down.
Looks like we're in the clear. The capital's just through this desert.
Is it true then? The king is dead? Aye, and the guards are more concerned with the funeral than keeping the roads safe. So now the monsters are roaming in broad daylight. No soldiers to stop them.
Monsters, huh? I've certainly been hearing the stories.
To say nothing of the vacant throne. There's a storm coming. Mark my words. That much is certain.
What's the problem?
They're bandits!
Come on, let's see some respect for the militia! Us folk, we're commoners. No crown or church will save us.
But Lord Luis will save us one and all. All we ask is little tribute. You're with us or against us? And if you're against us...
An igniter? How'd they get one of those?
Come on, hey, keep it moving. Hurry it up. Next one. Huh? Look at you. What have we got here? He's an elder.
So he is. No horns, no knife ears.
Filthy gremlin like you. What you got in the capital? Oh, what's this? Looks like you've been holding out on us, boy. should have listened to us, chum. Now fall in line! Unless you want to get stuck like a...
Damn.
You drew steel. I take it you are prepared to die by it.
Stand aside!
Ow. They got like kicked right off that cliff.
Ugh, this place already feels like a death trap. You hear all that stuff about Lord Louis saving us? Hey, you okay? You still got all your limbs attached? Well, at least they didn't figure out our mission. Definitely could have gone worse.
Are you alright?
Been worse. And from the sounds of it, you're about the same. You do know that if anyone finds out who we really are, it's all over, right? The mission's more important than either of our lives. If we screw this up, there's no going back.
Okay. That's exactly our mission here.
Think we'll make it?
Don't look hurt though. That's good news. You can move, right? I think we should find a place where we can see the whole area. Let's see. Use mover keys to move. Okay. Hold R2 while moving the dash. Circle to dodge enemy attacks. Okay, so basic. Some actions you can perform and their corresponding controls are displayed at the bottom of the screen. You can also use the mini-map to see which way to go. You view tutorials you've seen before in the main menu. Okay.
Let's go.
So what's with that? Obvious.
Stop!
Wait, I'm sensing something close. Don't move.
Watch out!
Tutorials dungeon. Use L2 to use face sight. This ability lets you see what Gallica senses in the environment. Okay. When you see an enemy you've never confronted before, it'll show up as unknown. Prepare as best you can.
Okay.
Okay, I'm level 1.
Yikes. I think we're in a little over our heads.
That is a freaking manticore. Not quite a chimera, but it's a manticore at least. Well, time to screw up. Let's go.
Oh no. Looks like they found us.
Wait. Okay, well. Okay, so first off.
Come on.
Your health is getting low. Careful.
Come and get me. Come on. I'm sorry.
This isn't happening.
Oh, I got wrecked.
Will your tale end here?
No. Nope.
Okay.
Okay, so for some reason my brain was just like, okay, turn-based combat. Nope, it is not turn-based combat. Which is, for this type of game, refreshing but also scary.
Strong ones ahead. We gotta be careful. Watch out! Stay vigilant.
I'm right here. Come on. Come and get me.
Got about 3 attacks away before they can attack back. 1, 2, 3.
I'm right here.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Come on.
1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3.
I'm right here.
Ouch.
Come on. Come and get me. I'm right here.
Did that even give me any XP? Like at all? Oh, screenshot button actually works like a screenshot button in here. But it didn't look like it gave me any okay.
Everything's pretty standard.
Well, that gives me a date too. Water's Day, afternoon, 31 degrees Celsius, which means it's probably about 9. Let's see. I'm not sure if it's cold or warm. Like, I can see where we're gonna go.
Oh, I think they see us.
Yeah, but how the fuck do I climb stuff? Maybe you don't. Okay.
Look. Just checking, but you do remember what we're here to do, right?
Fresh my memory.
Right. What am I doing again?
Oh, I don't know. The mission that's more important than our own lives? First, we get to the royal capital and get you enlisted as a guardsman at the army's recruitment center. This could decide the fate of the whole country. We either do our jobs or we die. And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather stay alive. So we've got to see this mission through. Come on. We don't want the sun to go down on us in the wastes. Let's pull ourselves together and get back on the road. You know what they say. Anxiety breeds the world's cruelest monsters. I mean, fairies say that at least. I can at least cast my usual spells for you. It's the small comforts, right?
Right.
Ah, they gave it a little reason why we have
was
music.
The first magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier. Look.
Hey, look.
Over there.
That's a road, isn't it? What a relief. Grand Trad is already in sight.
Let's
so.
go. Got a sec? Yep, we're safe here.
Alright, so there's a bunch of... That is a lot of enemies, actually. I like what they got going on here. I won't lie. But I think what I'll do is I'm gonna put myself on the other side. There we go. So y'all can see the artwork. during the chat boxes and whatnot. It actually worked out better here. So.
I don't like this. Nice! I bet we'll find a use for that.
I like how the skies have kind of like a painterly effect to them. Uh oh, this is bad.
Not good! Run for it!
This land of 8 tribes and 3 nations, all blessed by the power of magic. The United Kingdom of Uchronia. The year is 785. Uchronia is shaken to the core by the sudden death of its king. Anxiety breeds dissent among the tribes. Disparities tear them apart, and no mortal mind remembers the heroic tales upon which their land was built. By this story of fantasy, may this faded world be painted anew.
Oh, great seeker, bearer of fantasy empowered. Hear my wish and come forth from the epoch of glory to grant me thy guidance. Thanks for the subtitles. I actually really appreciated that. It's like, okay. So we just entered the city.
Whoa, just look!
Whoa.
Get on with it, then! Drop the dog! Hang him dead! Please! I've done nothing wrong! Lying dog! Don't try to deny it! You trample the law for the fun of it!
Let it be known, for misuse of an igniter, you will hang by the neck until dead!
Yeah!
There's no way that crowd was going to listen to anything a Paribus said.
Such a shame. Might you spare some coin? Bless you. Oh,
careful!
Hurry.
Don't you have any street smarts? Come on, kid! Look, we're not tourists here. We gotta stay focused.
Right.
You noticed back on the wagon? You might be the only Elder here, in the whole city even. Capital's incredible. Just look at all the different tribes. You never see this kind of diversity out in the countryside. Not that it's very balanced. I see more Clamars and Roussants than anyone else. Which means a dopey Elder kid's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Try to keep your head down, okay?
Hey, did you hear what they're saying about His Majesty? They say it wasn't illness at all. I heard it was foul play, assassination.
Shh, careful who hears you say that.
But it's just like the prince, isn't it? They say he was attacked in the dead of night. A war of succession is coming, I tell you.
Sounds like monsters have been prowling the countryside. They're sending the guard out to deal with them. The army's really gone to hell. It's a far cry from when we had Count Luis at the helm, I'll tell you that much.
Hard to see how the nation can come back from this.
We'd not have to ask if the prince was still alive.
Okay, what's going on here?
The king dead. His son stricken. Are there none left to bear the weight of the crown?
We've done all in our power, but
Not even the kingdom's best, the saint, could purify this affliction.
Over 10 years he has languished under this curse. How much longer can his body hold out? No doubt His Highness would protest. But since he cannot, we have no choice. For the man who cursed His Highness and murdered our king, there can be no mercy. I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
Okay.
Hey, are you listening? Well, I guess I can't blame you for feeling nostalgic. You and the prince were pretty close. Anyway, getting to the capital was only the beginning. Now comes the real high-stakes part. You gotta go get enlisted, so you can meet up with our operative. Remember, nobody here knows who we are. Nobody here knows the prince might still have a claim to the throne. That means if we get busted, that's it. Nobody's gonna save us. Step 1. Let's figure out where the recruitment center is. Shouldn't be too hard, considering the need for soldiers. So?
Alright.
Whatever will I do?
Let's go ahead and save our progress. Right now we're still named Traveling Boy. Let's
Alright then.
take a little wander around town.
Damn.
So you?
Hold up. Interesting lady.
Hey!
Okay, so that's where we kind of came up from. I do like the diversity, like the amount of diversity they've kind of like put into the races so far.
Look at that. The new model's out now. I could be out there slinging spells like a master if I had one of those.
I guess that's the big city for you. Everyone and their mother has a magic igniter. So many different types, too.
Let me ask about...
What's a magic igniter?
See? There's a couple in the window. Like an instrument plays a tune, an igniter casts magic. Pretty hard to come by out in the countryside. Can't imagine what it's like having to wave around some shiny stick to use magic. Me? I can whip out magic anytime I like. And I can even see the magla in the air. Though, I'm not exactly an archmage.
Wonders never cease. A fairy and an elden child. Are you new to our fair city? Well, I suggest you keep a low profile. Trust me when I say you don't want to catch the eyes of the lords and ladies. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I run this humble shop. Are you in the market for an igniter? Here's something that might catch a foreigner's eye. This is modeled after the royal scepter and would make the perfect souvenir.
The royal scepter?
You've really never heard of it. Wow. Where do I even start?
A symbol and instrument of the crown's sovereignty.
Yeah, you're trying to... Yeah, I can already tell you're trying to hawk it at me.
If you believe the legends, it houses incredible magic. World-shattering power. More practically, you might call it the world's most potent magic igniter. And in the king's hands, it was enough of a deterrent to stave off invasion.
Now he's dead. The no living heir either.
Tragic, isn't it? Kingly magic is of little use without a king. You picked a bad time to visit, boy. I don't know why you're here, but there's trouble brewing.
I'll keep that in mind.
A word of caution, then. Your survival is your own responsibility.
Well, that was unnecessarily ominous. She has a point, though. We'll need to be careful. Anyway, we don't have time to hang around chatting with the locals. We've got a recruitment office to find.
Let's head there.
Let's go see.
Okay, hold up. Alright, let's take a look at this. Let's actually, yeah, okay, so we do have a bit of actual stuff here. So let's start off with the people. The Elder Tribe. Gotta get a little bit more details on all this stuff. The 9th tribe, distinct from the commonly known 8 tribes, they are condemned by the Sanctus Church for inheriting a dangerous magic heretical to the teachings of the Church. Their population is so small that to even see one in public is rare, and they face greater discrimination than any other tribe. In fact, many outside the main cities don't believe they exist. Each of the 8 tribes possesses unique physical traits, making them recognizable at a glance, such as the Clemar's horns or the Rusinet's long ears. The Elder Tribe, however, bears no such distinguishing feature, and thus is regarded as inferior beings. So otherwise known, they have, based on what I can understand of this, is they're pretty much humans that possess pretty solid magic powers. That's pretty much what I got of it. Let's look at the Clemar tribe. Clemar tribe composes the largest population in all the allied kingdoms. Their most distinctive features are the horns, which grow on both sides of their head. Clemars have a broad diversity of facial and body types, which has essentially made them average. The Encronian royal family are Clemar, and members of this tribe hold a majority of important positions within the government, leading many Clemars to internalize the belief that they are the kingdom's most preeminent tribe. Clemars value freedom and dislike illogical restraint. They enjoy cultivating discussion, but do not always consider the situation or appropriateness of doing so, which occasionally leads to conflict. However, some studies suggest this disposition is what drives them to seek governmental positions and other important offices. Okay, interesting. Alright, Rusinet tribe. The elves, essentially, of this one. One of the most populous tribes of the United Kingdom, second only to the Clemar. Long pointed ears are their most distinguishing feature. They often boast excellent physiques, which has given them superior martial prowess. Rusinet women are stronger than most men of the other tribes. Many inevitably work in the military and often hold king offices. They are considered as influential as the Clemar, and the 2 tribes are sometimes called the prevailing tribes. Many Rusinet pride themselves on outperforming others in strength. While this can be perceived as a self-disciplined competitiveness, on the flip side, there are many with a belligerent temperament, obsessed with proving superiority in any situation. So essentially, what they've done here is, like, the elves in this one, like, are the strong ones. It's pretty much the strong battle type. And the Parapus tribe. And why'd they use that one? They could have used any, they could have used any other ones. A tribe recognizable by bestial ears and a tail. There are many variations in their hair and skin colors, including cold-colored skin not seen in other tribes. They are physically adept and often honest with their emotions, giving them a reputation for hedonism, for better or for worse. They are drawn to parties and festivities, while this happy-go-lucky charm is often to their credit, it can also be seen as recklessness. Due to this stereotype, they are down upon by other tribes, which prevents them from securing a foothold in politics despite being nearly as populous as the Rosenet and Clamar tribes. The discrimination against them is especially obvious in large cities. Ooh. Okay. Alright, now the prince himself. The son and heir to the throne of King Hythlodaeus V. More than 10 years ago, a mysterious attack in the royal palace left him afflicted with a deadly curse. The curse took its toll on his body, and though he bravely endured treatment, his recovery was interrupted several years later when he and his closest aides suddenly vanished from the castle without a trace. The king exhausted all possible means to find him, but was ultimately unsuccessful. He was formally declared deceased 3 years ago, and a royal funeral was held in his honor. So, based on the flashback and what's going on so far, there is a possibility that he still lives, quote-unquote, but he's being kept hidden in order to, you know, try to figure out who caused all this nonsense, I guess. And then Gallica, a fairy who accompanies Traveling Boy on his journey, doubling as a chaperone for a special mission. Her diminutive side excludes her from participating physically in battles, but her special fairy traits allow her more proficiency than Traveling Boy when it comes to sensing magla and knowing magic. Though she can become heated when her personal values are tested, she is a reassuring travel companion. Nice. Okay, so about culture, sanctism. A monotheistic religion developed to the worship of the one God, the Almighty. The religion of majority across the United Kingdoms. Its sanctors preach that uttering the prayer Kosuri with one's whole heart will reach God, bringing salvation. It is a state religion, and the sanctus hierarchy is deeply entwined with the kingdom's politics. Currently, the crown's theocracy is at the heart of the kingdom's political affairs. Ooh. Let's try actually reading into this. Magic. A general term for the technique that consumes power to cause phenomena that bend the laws of nature. It has a wide range of applications, from modest use in daily life to destructive power in war. However, as magic igniters, which require a state permit for ownership and use, are required for people to be able to use magic, many cannot wield magic. So it's still kind of like a rarity. It's still only specific people that can use magic. While also... Okay. Alright. Magla. The technical term for magic power that serves as all the basis for magic. There are varying amounts of all things found in nature, including people, plants, and animals. Because magla sometimes crystallizes in areas of high concentration, some scholars theorize that magla may be physical particles too small to be seen with the naked eye. Okay. So with this, it kind of like it can do kind of like similar things like materia when we're talking about like Final Fantasy VII, for example. Like kind of do things like materia, where if it's a high enough concentration, it can group together and crystallize. So. Alright, magic igniters. There's 3 pages for this one. A tool that acts as a conduit for magic power, without which people cannot perform magic. To own or use them, one must obtain a permit from the kingdom by passing a test. With some exceptions, such as those serving in the state army, igniters can be costly depending on power specifications, and purchasing them is akin to buying land or housing. The expense is so great, buying more than one igniter would be difficult even for the entire lifetime income of the average commoner. In order to prevent accidents and crime, the Crown Theocracy and Magic Association have exclusive production rights of igniters. Unauthorized production is considered a serious offense. The time needed to cast magic depends on the user's skill, but can also be slightly impacted by the capabilities of the igniter itself. While using an igniter while sedentary proves little problem, activating an igniter while moving is difficult, and is thus advised to use them cautiously. Okay. Gauntlet runner? Oh, those things. Often called runners as shorthand, a general term for magic-powered semi-automated vehicles designed for traversing the wastelands, and either overcoming or circumventing local wildlife threats and magical phenomena. Traveling the wilds on foot or even in a lightly armed carriage has historically been incredibly dangerous, making any long-distance trips a life-threatening risk. However, as cities and countries grew, so too did the demand for resources, many of which required them to transport in large quantities. The Gauntlet Runners filled the niche of an armed, sturdy vehicle that could help with transport and land development. There are smaller runners according to the size of an armed carriage with a simple deck-ad addition, but it's more common to see models that walk on legs with an internal living area comparable to a modest house. Legs are more common in their design than wheels, partially because of the versatility on all manner of difficult terrain, but more so because adopting the remains and skeletons of large monsters is more cost-effective and stronger than artificially creating all the components necessary. Dude, that's metal as hell. So they took they're using bones of large creatures, like our actual legs, to actually build automated things. That's interesting as hell. Royal Scepter, an cane-like scepter passed down through the generations of the Arconian royal family. Proof of their right to rule. A magical instrument of extraordinary capabilities, powerful enough to induce natural disasters. It can only be wielded by the king, and the popularity termed Royal Magic Command serves both as a pillar of the king's authority and a deterrent to war. Consequently, any king of Arconia must be well versed in magic, and the boon of the royal lineage is not enough to assure succession to the throne. Historically, there have been many cases where an offshoot member of a prince's family has become king, when the bloodline's most direct inheritor was judged not to have enough magical aptitude to truly wield the royal scepter. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, the royal magic. A powerful magic passed through generations of Accordion kings, invoked with a unique magic igniter called the royal scepter. It has tremendous power that can bring about anything the king desires. There are several records of its use in the long history of the kingdom, be it for revolutionary or oppressive aims, but each is described as a cataclysmic disaster. It continues to represent a strong deterrent power to the royal family in the kingdom. And then we have music and magic. An unusual variety of magic that causes the listener to become aware of their state of mind through the form of sound and music. As it is a modest form of magic with seemingly no utility on the battlefield, it is considered a meaningless, trifling skill in society, and is thus rarely used. Look at this nerd, unblamed. So long, but no longer. For I am here. Oh no. It's the bringer of blames. For they have arrived. Crimson Jen. Dun dun dun. What's up, Jen? Welcome in. We're doing the metaphor demo. Kind of going through lore right now, and actually I'm not gonna lie. I know there's probably a lag. There's always a lag. Oh yeah, I was gonna try low latency mode, but I don't really know how well that's gonna work. I don't know if I have it on. You're... Yep, got him. You got me. You got me. Defeated. It has been consigned to the tomes. Ah. Yeah, hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, Jen. It's been a while. But what metaphor is the question? But if the metaphor of the question is the question to the metaphor, wouldn't the metaphor's question's answer be the metaphoric answer of the question? Alright, 3 pages. Okay, let's see what's going on with this. Let's go and see what's going on with this kingdom. A union of allied kingdoms spans the... That sounds more like a hypothetical phase. Yeah, no lie. But doesn't it all just become an imaginary number in the first place? The Union of Allied Kingdoms spans the kingdom of Ecronia, the Principality of Oceania, and the Principality of Montario. Ecronia being the suzerain, with its king holding authority over all 3 kingdoms. The original king Hythlodaeus was this United Nations' first ruler and is often referred to as the founder king. The continent is surrounded by fast-running currents, and ships can only set anchor from the southern inland sea, where otherwise swift currents are less violent. As a result, there have been few invasions from overseas, and the 3 countries have achieved long histories. Looking at the new Sword Art Online Sword Art game, I am decided about the co-op anime game. The temptation is there. I mean, you aren't wrong. Anytime it comes to actually stuff like that, it's just like, yeah. It's kind of like me with the Space Marine 2 right now, because it's like, it's got a co-op campaign and I can create my own Space Marine. You kind of scratching that itch a bit. I still gotta play through the rest of them. Like, I played through, in terms of the Sword Art games, I played through freaking, I think I played through the first one, Lost Song, the gun one. Yeah, but that was not a Imperium game. Where you could be like any of the other, races, just be like the Flood. Whatever the Flood is called, I forget what they're called in Warhammer. Your Tyranid game. There you go. Let us consume! Let us rage! Yeah. Yeah, I can totally see that being a, They did didn't they? They did have one non-Imperium game that was a first-person shooter. It was the, damn it, I haven't played it yet. Yeah, that'd be pretty fun. Well, with the popularity of Warhammer getting to the way it is, I could probably see them trying something like that. Like, no lie. Do a 4-player co-op, sell it as... Just bring the boys, there you go. And it's just like, okay. It's like, All right, get your groups together, get them together, get your friends, bring the boys, bring some tacos, whatever you gotta do. Get the group together, go Orkin. Let me finish reading this real quick. The capital of the kingdom is Grand Trad, the largest city in the kingdom, located in north-central Acronia. The most widespread religion is Sanctism, established as a state religion under the reign of the most recent monarch, King Hythlodaeus V. There we go. And then, real quick, the royal capital, Grand Trad. The nation's largest city, capital of both the Kingdom of Acronia and the United Kingdom at large. Also referred to as the royal capital, being home of the palace and the seat of the royal bloodline. Known for its solid ramparts, a site which has been long emblematic of the city itself. However, when the massive regolith Grand Cathedral was built, the building's grandeur became the new symbol of Grand Trad. Okay. We have no money, and we have no mag. I don't know what mag is. But yeah, he could totally do that marketing easy. Me personally, I feel like it'd be kind of like a,
This place.
An elder? Here?
Hey, mister!
Elden rubbish.
meanwhile, the bar. Ah, sorry, the tavern.
Let's not.
The creepy thing is that, like, they just, like, for NPCs, they just put shadowy figures at the end of the road there. And that's just like, yeah. Yeah, how about that?
Elden rubbish.
Hey, mister! It's a king!
Oh God, grant me guidance.
Close your aim.
Whoa!
Like, I love this town so far. Nice loading screen, though. Hoping we'd blend into the crowd and no one noticed you're an Elder, but the people here have sharper eyes than I thought. We don't want to draw attention, but hiding your tribe is only going to make it worse. People may insult you, but do your best to stand tall.
All right.
Easier said than done, I'm sure, but it's for the sake of the mission. And on that note, the recruitment center we're looking for should be just ahead. Recruitment center. A center located in every city for people to apply to join the army. For those without family or means, volunteering is one of the quickest ways to earn money and social credibility. Recruitment is not always open, but concerns about public safety due to the sudden death of the king, as well as monster outbreaks in the area, has led to an unusually long recruitment period in the royal capital. Okay. That's forded. Ah, okay. A steady... Kind of find these games to be underwhelming when the studio tries to copy their old format in a new setting. Well, I could see that. Honestly. Right now I'm trying to see, like, we got the really slow build-up kind of going on here to start off with. And that's can be a benefit and it can also be a detriment. So I just kind of see where we go with this. But we're going to take a quick break. Auto ads about ready to kick in, so we'll be right back. Alrighty, now we're back, folks. Hope everybody had a good little break there. Alright, so who is this dude? This is Alstavian Forden, the 78th Sanctifex of the Sanctus Church, the state religion of the United Kingdom. He holds the highest authority within Sanctism, and as such, is the leader of the Crown Theocracy. Despite hailing from the Rogue tribe, rather than the more common Klumar or the Rosanet tribes, he enjoys a broad base of support. In the turmoil following the sudden death of the previous king, many view him as something of an interim king, given his position as a leader of the moderate faction. Okay.
Really no.
A Pleasant Guard High Recruit Center. If you want to enlist or something, it's just down the road. But Elda enlisting? Bloody hell, what'll be next? Wouldn't be in such a sorry state if Louis was in peril. Mouth on this guy. If we weren't focused on saving the prince, I'd give him a piece of my mind. Let's just grin and bear it.
ears.
Dear me.
Yeah, they see freaking the Elder as pretty much
That
shit.
must be the recruitment center. I'll let you take it from here. It should be pretty straightforward. Oh, and if they start asking questions, just be as honest as you can. Lying will only make us more suspicious. So long as you don't compromise the mission, you're fine. Good luck in there. Knock 'em dead. Okay, you got this.
A blue blood, are you? The army's no place for velvet-swaddled lordlings. Why are you here? Perhaps your noble family collapsed under its own weight. Is that it?
Lineage seems a strange measure for a soldier's worth. I'm looking to enlist. Is that enough for you or not?
An uppity one, aren't you? Fine, lordling. Welcome to the Guard, where it'll be your privilege to die screaming and bloody in service of your country. But mark my words, war will turn your arrogance to piss. When your corpse is plucked from the mud, do try to look patriotic.
Rousing words, Captain. You think threats will buy loyalty? No wonder nobody respects the Guard anymore. But I'm here now, so perhaps the kingdom isn't a lost cause.
Insolent pup! You will learn your place.
Don't. The healers have enough on their plates already.
Be gone, and be thankful you're still in one piece. All right, next. Hurry it up. An elder? I thought your kind was long gone. Age 18. An orphan, too. The army can always use more of those. So, what brings you to enlist?
I want to fight for real change.
Lofty words for a gutter rat with an empty coin purse, no? So, what can you bring to our beloved corps? Any skills to speak of?
I'm stronger than I look.
With arms like that, you'd have to be. Right, last order of business. Make your mark or sign your name if you're actually literate.
Do they have like a default name I could use? Alright, hold up. I gotta look something up. In this case, it's kind of like one of those things where it's just like, gonna name the protagonist. Look at other people. Protagonist of Metaphor ReFantazio canonically is known as Will in some version of the game. Interesting. Let's see. What do y'all think we should call him? See how many characters we got. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10 characters. I kind of don't want. I know his canonological name is Will. But it's kind of like I just want to do something more than Will. You know? There. That's your will. Can I not have... Can I have spaces? Dash. Huh. Well...
You know your letters, do you? We'll get some use out of you yet. All right, lad. Welcome to the Guard.
Yes!
I'm sure you heard about the monster sightings, so stay sharp out there. We're short-handed as it is, so be a good lad and try not to get killed on your first deployment. You can pick up your kit at reception. Standard issue guardsman armor and niter. Kingdom property. So if you break it, it's coming out of your commission. On your way now. Up to. Next!
Oh, online. I guess we have no choice but to wait our turn.
Let's hurry.
Whatever.
There's young Goldman. Realistic as well. The line starts behind me, if so. Or was there something else you need? Are you really a noble? I think you overheard my interview. Yes, guilty as charged. I am a noble, but just a countryside son of a lord. My family is... Okay. Well, let's just say I have my own circumstances on volunteering into a fight to protect our kingdom, foolish or not. Okay. What about you?
What's the world coming to?
Blasted, I came to enlist because I heard you could make a quick reeve here. But they really make you work alongside creepy elder? A parapus I can deal with, but elder are right ominous. God's own scriptures, that's where. Guess you can't expect an elder to know shite. Let him say what he wants. Fighting someone like him would just be a waste of energy. Let's hear. They said tribe doesn't matter in the army, and they'll probably put me up front as a meat shield. Not that I could find better work. Wish I could serve Count Luis. His army's built on merit, so even a parapus stands a chance.
Look at that.
There sure are a lot of wanted posters. No time for gawking. We have to get in line. Okay. There was a you have to stand in that spot. That would have been something kind of should have highlighted.
I heard they get sightings.
What? Of those huge monsters? You think that's why we're low on soldiers? Wish they'd have told us that. What do they call them? Something like, human...
Next! Another Clamar. Wait, no. You don't look like the others. Surely not. An elder? It's the first of your kind I've seen.
Move it. There's a priority around here. We're arming squires and children with igniters now. Wasted good gear. It's better off in my hands. Give it here.
Brute force. Crude insults. The world is yours for the taking.
Care to say that again, boy?
We all have our reasons to enlist. Now get back in line.
Oh, another high and mighty Clamar, is it? You think your pretty words will measure up to pure Roussant strength?
Oh, forget the tribes. This is a matter of pride. Now, you owe us both an apology.
Come on, no fighting in the ranks.
Sorry for making a scene. You all right?
Thanks. You didn't have to do that.
Just felt like stepping in. Don't worry about it. Well, see you around. Try not to die out there.
Don't make my job any harder, please. Here, your igniter. These days, most come with their own magna crystals. So with practice, anyone can use magic. To an extent, anyway. It's not the sort of thing you can master in a day. For now, newbies like you best focus on surviving.
I think Ron's next.
And take this too. Protect it with your life.
Okay, we got a map too.
Wow,
Nice.
that's a real map. It's dangerous to even chart the wilds, but this is full of details. Only the military could pull this together.
Listen up, striplings. My name is Captain Klinger. And as of this moment, you miserable lot are under my command. I'm sure you've all heard about our forces being tied up with the funeral proceedings for His Majesty. But if you think you're on cushy security detail, think again. First, you will be deployed to a fortress at the northern border, where you will be trained into true guards. Our veterans there will teach you the one thing you need to master if you're to survive. Pain.
Perfect. That's exactly where our contacts hold up.
Enjoy tonight's sleep, because it's the last full night's rest you'll get. Dismissed!
I like it.
Look at all the other recruits. They really are desperate for new blood. Oh, right. I know you don't know what our contact looks like yet, but he'll know you by your sword. He'll also know right away why we've come. And don't worry, I'll recognize him. Well, the charming captain is probably right. We should get some rest before tomorrow. Hey. You awake?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm awake.
Sorry to bug you. Look, I just have a lot on my mind. Can't seem to fall asleep. I'd heard about what it was like in the capital, but still. When you hear and see all this prejudice out in the open, it's a lot. You okay?
That's just how it is.
Well, I don't think that should be how it is. Some people are even saying it's the lesser tribe's fault that the monsters are showing up at all. These are the same kind of people who burned down your village, remember?
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but still, the prince was kind to take you in. He cared more about who you were than what you were. I can see why you'd want to repay him. Oh, speaking of, he's the one who gave you that book, right? Can I see it?
Sure, I guess.
I gotta say, I've been curious. Thanks. It's what you call a fantasy story, right? So it's a fantasy world made up by the author. The prince loved those kinds of stories. Okay, let's see. It says the young traveler was amazed by the world he saw. In this world, there is only one tribe. All people accept each other, and no soul is born into discrimination. Wow. So not even any fairies? I guess less differences means less to argue over. In such a world, there is no need for sorcery. A megapolis is built through learning and labor. Towers of glass that reach the heavens. Safe nights with no dark shadows. Busy streets well traveled. And in the laws of these emotionally satisfied people, it reads, all lives are equal. Wow. I see. No magic, no tribal conflict, and equality for all? It really does sound like a fantasy. But it's strange to feel envious of a fictional world. Hey, are you asleep already? already? You know how hard it is for me to turn these pages on my own? Well, guess I'll just read more later. Good night.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea to save.
Shouldn't you be resting? I'm fine. In fact, I'm glad we have this chance to talk. I've been reading, and I hope that someday we can make our kingdom like the place in this book. You said it was some kind of fantasy novel, didn't you? Our lives are decided at birth, by tribal purity, or by the differences that make us who we are. I don't want that to be the world we live in. The Elder here are a perfect example. If you'd not sheltered me, I would never have survived. And yet, they burned your home down. It's tragic, and no one should have to suffer so. Someone needs to fix... You okay? Don't push yourself so hard. Reality is much too cruel. I know that. But I'll fight it. I'll fight to the end. I'm a prince. But I need to be a hero. One worthy of the throne. A hero? One who can lead. A beacon who will pierce the darkness when all seems lost. My father taught me that. In his stories, the kingdom was full of legendary heroes. So I can't give up. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. Not that I expect it will be easy. I believe in you. Familiar words. When I'm down, when I struggle, you're always there to help me through it. Let's do it. You'll be a hero. Trust me. I won't give up either. Trust me.
Now we're on the carriage.
Until arrival at the northern border fort, one day remains.
Let's see.
View information about your surroundings on the world map. Use movement keys to highlight location you want to learn about, then press X.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
This place here.
Let's see.
This place here.
Let's see here. That's where you want to go.
This...
Hey, don't forget. Okay then.
Pretty self-explanatory right now.
The carriage transporting the new recruits arrives at its destination.
Okay, so I take it we are on a time limit, kind of like Persona.
The northern border fort. The towering fortress was built during the Annex War in the mountains at the edge of the territory. Even now, soldiers are sent there for its strategic importance to the royal capital and to combat the rising waves of monsters. Fresh-faced soldiers disembark from their coaches at the foot of a steep ascent to the fort, the first of many uphill battles.
Oh, finally. Can hardly feel my legs.
Listen well, you lackwits. The battlefield is no place to sit on your asses, and the border front is always a battlefield. The call to arms could sound at any time. Stand to, curs. You have the honor to serve at the command of Captain Klinger, war hero, tactician, master of arms. When I earned rank in the trenches, forged in the blood of my comrades.
Spare us this drivel. Say, friend, I'm curious. What is it about that book that's captivated you so?
It tells of a world united as one tribe.
No discrimination, eh? A far cry from our world, then. So it's describing a better world. A utopia, perhaps. I'm something of a reader myself, but that's not like any book I've read. You know, when the late king took the throne, he was quite the idealist himself. He made grand claims about unifying the people under his rule. Never managed to do it in the end, of course. Reform takes more than high-minded, eloquent speeches. Maybe he was too blind to see that himself.
Listen to you. A babe with his first sword thinking he knows better than a king. Keep your mouth shut. No one cares what you think.
Nobody asked you.
Something to say? Go on. I'm listening.
I apologize for him.
See? Take a cue from your friend in the lesser tribe. Well, Clamar, I'll let it go this time. But only because I like your friend. Next time, keep your complaining to yourself.
That's the last thing I need. Though I suppose I deserved it in part, speaking ill of the dead and all. My mouth tends to get ahead of my thoughts sometimes. Although, I'm glad a bad habit seems to have drawn us together. Oh, never got round to an introduction. I'm Stroll. Leon Stroll, son of the Count of Harlia. And you are?
That's my name.
I have that right? It's got a certain weight to it. For what it's worth, my title doesn't mean much. Here and now, we're peers and equals.
By the skin of my teeth! Now, where was I?
He was talking that entire time.
As for you, fresh meat.
Someone, help!
Is that a soldier? Hey, speak to me, man. What happened?
Listen. Stay on guard. It's too...
He's unconscious.
Not one of mine. Must be one of the fort's guard. Those damn vultures across the border. They must have heard about the king's death. Anyway, to the fort. Double time. I'll stay behind to see to the poor bastard's wounds.
You want us to go on ahead?
I knew fear would take you at the first step. You want to turn tail? Are you a traitor to the cause? The guard has no place for cowards. You are part of His Majesty's Royal Army. Swallow your fear, fight with pride, and we'll all have medals this time tomorrow.
He's right. We're warriors. Up there is our first chance at glory and riches. Damned if I'm gonna waste it. Let's go!
Damn it. Well, I suppose this is what we signed up for. Onward, to the fort then.
Hey, I've got a bad feeling about this. It's hard to explain, but it's like there's a stench in the air, and it's getting stronger.
Hey, did something happen? Wait, is that a fairy? Did you catch it yourself?
She's with me.
Yes, and I have a name, by the way. It's Gallica.
So you travel together? You've stayed well hidden for quite a while.
Well, I didn't want anyone making a fuss. But we've got bigger problems right now. I can't shake this feeling. We gotta be careful.
Agreed. I'll follow orders, but I'm not about to let this armchair general send me to my death. Let's take a moment, then head in once we're prepared. I assume you know how to use an igniter properly?
I'm not so sure. He's never used one before. I mean, he's a commoner, so not much chance to.
Fair enough. Well, just stay behind me and you'll be all right. I swear I won't let you die.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Oh, this is bad. I didn't think you'd actually have to fight anyone. I just hope our contact in the fort's okay. Let's keep our guard up and hope we find out.
The fact that all the crystallized magic in the air.
Okay? Here we go. Actually,
I see.
this is...
I ain't holding back on the gore either. These guys got freaking wrecked.
There it is. That's a human.
Stand your ground! Charging! Pursue!
What?
We have to help the survivors! Oh. Damn it.
Terrific, somebody dead.
Hurry!
Nope, they're dead.
This is bad.
What?
No, but is that a human too? It looks like we're gonna have to fight it. So this is actually kind of okay. The humans are the real monsters here, literally.
What do you think? Got it? Take care of it, please. Things will be fine.
We have the edge.
This could be our chance.
This is our chance.
Squad battles with stunned enemies. When engaging a squad battle with a stunned enemy, one party member will perform an advantageous initial attack. In addition, the enemy will remain stunned at the start of the battle, so make sure to take advantage of this. Huh. Club battles press square to use your equipped weapon, or triangle to use skills which consume MP. Presuming an action will expend one turn icon, see at the top of the screen. When all turn icons are consumed, the opponent's round begins. Huh. So they've gone through and combined. It's kind of like a hybrid. Hybrid action RPG slash turn-based RPG. Yep. Go ahead and use it.
Still up? They die hard.
And it's dead.
There's no way I'm stopping here.
I think we got them all. All right!
Ooh, we pulled through somehow. We're alive, and that's all I can ask. Let's press forward while we can. Okay.
Wait.
Hold on.
Be careful.
Another one. If it spots us, this could get nasty. We have the element of surprise. We can catch it off guard if we strike now, right? Okay, sneak attacks.
Here we go.
Our first move's
Stay
out.
sharp!
Homo Oppo.
Let's go. Burn!
Burn to us!
Let's keep this up. Okay. I feel stronger.
Yeah, we level. Oh, okay. We distribute these. Okay.
That'll do it.
Cat? That should come in handy. Look at it.
Okay, we have break the braziers.
Look,
We can't get
Let
sloppy.
the battle begin.
but still, don't let your guard down.
Barrel Hundo.
They die hard.
That settles that. That was the last of them.
Still breathing, but he's badly wounded. Elda, don't bloody touch me. I'm in a bad enough spot without you making it worse. Monsters showing up was your fault, wasn't it? Bad luck follows you people. Of course this is how it ends. Damn it. Damn it on the bloody hell.
Run.
You're so young, a fresh recruit. Get away from her now. That thing is up ahead. Still more soldiers left alive, right? We can't just run and leave them be. We're too late. That monster, we can't. Just run away. Stay away from that thing. God damn, Elder. I knew this fort was cursed. You're why that horror attacked.
Hey.
Calm down. It's not his fault the human appeared. You must know that, surely. But everyone's dead. They all had families. Help me, Elder. I don't care anymore. I don't want to die.
Damn it.
He's dead.
Hold on.
Wait.
You... I get it now.
Not as much. Now it makes sense. Why hide this from me? Trust you had good reason. Well, to tell you the truth.
What?
That cry. Is that the human from earlier?
Was that?
Sounded like it came from the top of the tower. Maybe there are soldiers, still soldiers fighting it there. We'll handle our personal matters later. Rescuing any survivors takes precedence. To the top of the tower.
Let's hurry.
This battle's ours. Let's go.
Let's settle this quick.
A tough one. I think I'm getting used to this.
Broken and Niter. It's gonna be worth a little bit of money. So, let's see.
That should come in handy. Pocket it.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Push through. Good one. Okay, this could be all we've got. I won't hold back. Fire. Still here?
The power of fire!
Wish every fight was that easy, eh? That'll do it.
Easy peasy. Old coin.
We won't lose this fight.
Let's do this.
Let's go. Burn!
Wow, I just one-shotted it.
The next one will fall just as easy.
There are some enemies left. Stay sharp.
Come on! This battle's ours. Give it my all. Let's go.
Get in there!
I think I'm getting used to it.
Okay, so... Okay, it's not actual
That'll do it.
It still works like Persona. In that regard. To where you still can preemptively strike on shit.
They saw us! Everyone!
We have the edge.
Let's settle this quick. Burn to us. Wrap this up. That'll do.
Keep it up! Only one left. Finish
won't
them
hold
off and
back.
We're clear.
Get wrecked.
The next one will fall just as easy. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's give him a fight.
I'll give him my all. You make the first move.
Let's go.
They chose the wrong opponent. That'll do it.
Maglia pill, so I take it that action restores mana. Okay. Okay. Roof is just up ahead. Might I have a moment? If I'm honest, I have my doubts there could be survivors. Facing that monster together may not even save anyone at this point. But I'm going to do it anyway. It's the noble thing to do. Isn't that just throwing your life away? Why do this if it's possibly for nothing? Because there's a chance there's even one survivor, then I will not be the noble who runs away. Not this time. I could never live with myself. This time?
Hey.
There's no turning back. I won't let you die up there.
That's true, but...
Can't just leave you to die up there. Huh. I'm touched. Even in a situation like this, you worry more about others than yourself. But right now, I'll never deliver the message, and the prince will die. I have no choice but to press on.
I'm heading out.
Well then, lend me your strength. We're gonna fight a... We're gonna... I'm not... I was trying to phrase that.
What do you think? You're right.
Can't save it here, so... What's the difference between money and mag?
Ready? Yep.
Damn. Such tremendous power.
It's horrible! I can't believe what I'm seeing!
We can't let it get away with this. We have to hold it off somehow. Darned humans. It was all because of them.
We'll just have to make it work.
I won't hold back! Burn! Vile monster! You're mine! Burn to ash! Oh, please!
What's going on? It didn't even flinch!
Damn it all! I'm not going down like this! The power of fire! Oh, please! How is it this strong?
Okay, where's our awakening point here? Because this is what happens.
Are distracted. You two, run!
But...
Above all else, I am a noble. And a noble defends his people, no matter the cost. Farewell. If you would repay me, then live. Everyone, forgive me.
What? No! Please, say something!
Stroll! Don't be a fool. Just run before it...
Oh, fate-saddled child. Oh, anguished traveler.
There's the awakening
Thy
point.
fate is crown-twined, thy soul bound for the throne. The future yet unknown dawns in this moment. Thy path may fork, but only one may be chosen. Confront the threat before thee, or die here in obscurity. Now choose.
I choose.
So be it. Heroism lies in the soul that stands firm against its fears. Power awaits thy command. The time is come to awaken the hero within. Engrave thy very heart.
what the hell is going on anymore. Interesting. That also looks pretty cool, not gonna lie.
What the heck is going on? Anyway, we've got to find a way to fight back.
Scour!
All right, that did the trick.
Well, power doesn't even compare. What's more, it can use magic despite the lack of an igniter.
Are you okay? If we don't push back, we're dead. Can't we fend off those attacks somehow?
Okay, yeah.
Looks like it mainly attacks with the head wings and blade feet.
Come forth, Royal Soul!
Target those.
Wind!
That's it! Stay on
I will fight with pride. Let's go. Scour!
Push through! We've got to hit the other spots too.
I won't hold back! Wind!
You hit their weakness!
It's okay. Let's go! Scour!
Yeah.
Alright, how's that?
What? It's healing? It's eating its own fruit to heal? We can't kill it fast enough! It's just gonna fix itself up no matter what we do! Ick! I can't believe it's eating from its own body!
Seeker!
Can you knock those apples
Wind!
off? Nice dodge! Not like they could get you with that!
Vitus power!
If we don't take out those apples, you know, maybe there's something I can do. Hey, can you let me handle this? Understood. Leave it to me. Now it can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance. Get in there.
Come forth, Royal Soul! Let's go!
Get hit with Cyclone, you bastard.
Vitus power!
Nice dodge. Not like they could get you with that.
Let's go! Wind! Still here?
One more hit.
Seeker! Scour!
Die.
Okay,
Nice.
I'll strive for greater heights.
True power is born of the heart, a wish from which thy strength is drawn. Yet fear and anxiety always trail in such a wish's wake.
Since time immemorial, those we call heroes have earned the title through this order. They pursued their wishes and boldly walked a path of virtue. What thou hast awakened is the true spirit of a hero. The power that lies dormant in all of us. The power to reforge the fear of the unknown into curiosity. If thou wouldst change the world by thine own hand, take this newfound power and venture forth. Thy journey shalt reveal thy soul's mission.
What was that voice? And you! What was that power you used? You had a metal heart, and your whole body was... It was crazy! Look, that stroll guy is still alive!
I'll be damned. Someone actually survived.
That voice... Grius! Oh, thank goodness you're alive!
Gallica, you made it.
He's our man on the inside, the one I'm delivering the message to.
He's badly hurt. You, boy, lend me your shoulder. We'll need to carry him. The smell of blood will draw out the beasts. Let's not hang about. The lad's out cold, but he'll live. We should be fine if we take a moment's rest here.
Oh, you're a sight for sore eyes, Grius. Just wish it were under better circumstances.
We're both alive, and you can't ask for much better in these parts. Sorry I couldn't join you in the fray. So, this is our newcomer, eh? How'd this boy manage to command power like that?
It's like nothing I've ever seen. Do you know anything about it?
I might. For now, the mission comes first.
Ah, right. I'd better just get straight to the message. Grius, you have a new mission. Avenge the king. And kill Luis Guillaburn.
Well, good. It's about damn time. Those scheming nobles haven't said so publicly, but every soldier knows it was nothing natural that killed the king. Damn that Luis. Couldn't stop at one royal, could he?
Wait, there's more. The prince is getting worse. We're running out of time. Here, look. I brought a treasure from the village. They called it a farsight mirror. You need to see the prince's condition for yourself.
Why does it look like an anime lighter? I won't lie.
His Highness won't last much longer. Those thorns are thick enough to claim him.
Luis cast the curse, so killing him is the only way to lift it. If we wait any longer, you're just gonna crown a new king.
You have to kill him?
Suppose we'd better start at the beginning. About 15 years ago, a child enlisted in the army. But it wasn't his age that had people talking. It was his ruthless military genius. Hero to some, monster to others. Luis Guillaburn, a prodigal tactician and a master of magla arts. Some said it was only a matter of time before he made general. The youngest the nations had.
Until he attacked the prince.
That night, when the prince's quarters were breached, it was no ordinary mage who cast that fatal curse. It was Luis Guillaburn himself. But the son's death wasn't enough for him. Now he's got the father's blood on his hands. And if that king-slaying fiend ends up on the throne, we're all doomed.
But when we were exploring the royal capital, there were a lot more Luis supporters than I expected. How can they still trust him after all that?
Luis is cunning. He left no evidence. Accuse him as you will, but the allegations wouldn't stick. All they could do was send him as far away as possible. A post in the middle of nowhere. Plenty of soldiers never believed the charges in the first place. When they look at him, they see a capable veteran unjustly made into the noble's scapegoat. Most think the Royal Army was at its best when he was in charge. And in truth, it's hard to deny. Without him,
We'd never have crushed the rebel uprising so quickly. Damn the man. But he's earned his titles. He's mastered the blade, magic, and he's clearly intelligent. To the masses who want change, he seems the savior they need.
If even you're that worried about him, this isn't going to be easy.
That's a hell of a mission. And I want in.
So that's your game, eh? Pretend to sleep, eavesdrop on the plan. You're a fool to give yourself away.
If you want my blood, then let your blade strike true. I'm not going to run. Not from you, and not from a chance to do what's right.
Look, Grius, he saved our lives back there. And it sounds like we could use the help. Seems like kind of a waste to kill him. Especially if he's volunteering.
Then answer me this. The boy's all but a stranger to you, yet you risk your life to save him. Why?
I would live, fight, and die a noble, sir. To have done otherwise would betray my title, to say nothing of my heart.
I'm losing my edge. Make me regret this, and I will slay you where you stand.
You'll let him help us?
Right then. My life and sword are yours.
As far as the rest of the world's concerned, you perished in that castle. You'll find the job ahead will be easier for a dead man. Your lives are kept only by the blades in your hands, and you'll raise them at my command.
We have to.
Okay.
Luis will also be at the royal funeral. If we're not back to the capital by then, we lose our chance at his head. But no main roads. That'll mean checkpoints and questions. We're bound for a different route. We'll cut through the abandoned mine up ahead to save us going the long way round. For tonight, see to your wounds. We'll leave at first light. I'm counting on you.
Feels like the mission is finally starting. Let's set up our camp then.
Now, we should finally be able to get some rest. This your first deployment, boy? Thank your lucky stars you survived a brush with a human.
What the hell was that? It was like no beast I've ever seen.
No one truly knows. They're protected by Magla, so even the sharpest steel does little good against them. They're no simple beast. All we do know is with every passing year, more of their kind tear travelers apart. That was why I was first sent undercover here, investigating.
And? Did you learn anything?
Simmer down, boy. There wasn't a damn thing to be found on those monsters. Well, the moon's still low. If you've any other questions, now's the time.
I want to hear about the mission.
With numbers like this, a head-on assault would be suicide. Quick, covert assassinations are best bet. Kingslayer or no, Luis has a lot of public favor behind him. To the people, he's the only man with the wit and war power to bring down humans. The military seems powerless to stop them, so he plays savior. The man's practically a monster himself. By your age, he was not only a master tactician, but damn near an archmage besides.
And the three of us alone are supposed to stop him?
We'll just have to blend in with the crowd at the funeral. I won't abide him surviving the ceremony. He will die by my hand.
Okay. So that's interesting. But I'll be back here in a few minutes. I'm gonna take a break. back. Make a save. It's like 118, so...
Well...
Never in all my life have I witnessed something like that power you used. Tell me, is it some sort of magic? Oh, I suppose it couldn't be. Not with the igniters we were supplied with, at least. Yours was broken in the commotion, besides. Incredible. If only I had that kind of power back then. Apologies, I'm just thinking out loud. Today's been a trying day for us both, so let's get some rest. You did a fine job delivering that message, lad. It's finally time for us to act for His Highness. Ah, you wanted to ask about that power, don't you? Huh? I had a question of my own. You seem to know a great deal about the royal family. Before you infiltrated the army, who were you?
Indeed.
Nothing but a mercenary. And yet, His Majesty gave me the honor of being His Highness and His Highness the Prince Tutor in swordplay. The night of the attack, I was there.
I see.
Truly. That's incredible.
Got it?
Okay, well, rest time.
Can't sleep? Guess I'm not surprised after what we just went through. Still, you've got to keep yourself rested to be at your best.
I know, I will.
I wanted to tell you, though. When the human attacked, I heard a strange voice. It told me my duty would be to guide you. What do you think it meant? I mean, I haven't exactly been much of a guide so far. All I told you was that we had to deliver our message, and that almost got you killed. I never expected it would be this dangerous, and it feels kind of like it's my fault.
It's not your fault.
You say that, but look, I can't fight with you. But as long as you're up against all this scary stuff, I'll try to help however I can. You've got something special, you know. I don't know what it is just yet, but I believe in you. Oh, hey, you know what insomnia is good for? Catching up on reading. If only our lives were anything like the world in your novel. It's just war after war here, with Magla arts fueling the flames, but it's a nice fantasy. Enjoy it while you can. Good night.
Trippy.
Well, hello. Nice to meet you. I've been waiting. And now you've acquired a most interesting power. You truly are an intriguing one.
What?
Fascinating. In the moments where your heart is most gripped by the book, I can reach out to you. My name is Moore, and I am the humble author of the novel you've been reading. You stand now in my study. Quite something, isn't it? A hall of wisdom, purpose-built for the research of certain powers. I call it academia. Alas, it's as much a prison as it is a library. His most merciful majesty saw fit to lock me in this place. It has me a bit addled, honestly. I no longer remember where in the kingdom my study actually lies. I never imagined my voice would reach beyond these walls. Until you appeared. And now, by whatever strange forces are afoot, I can speak directly to your mind. So, what would you say to an alliance?
What kind of alliance?
There must be more you wish to know. For instance, the nature of this fascinating power you've awakened to. I believe you have found a way to wield true magic. You need no petty conduit of mortal make. You can even change your appearance using the raw magma within. It is above all a mystic, long-hidden art, now the stuff of legend. What I have come to call archetypes.
Archetypes?
A spirit of heroic virtue. A transformative power that manifests only in those who embody the heroes and kings of old in some core aspect. Heroes of antiquity are often depicted as near mythic figures, with forms transcending the mortal. These accounts are no mere allegory, but truth. However, none of my records describe anyone wielding such power as freely as you. Perhaps you are meant for not just proficiency, but mastery. In their truest form, archetypes represent the power of a true hero. One who can drive away calamity and evil in this world, no matter its form. Indulge me this request, and I believe my dream may yet be possible. Together, we can restore the kingdom's ideals. I shall gladly provide you knowledge and assistance to master your newfound power. So what say you? Will you take my hand in friendship?
Okay.
Okay.
The bargain is struck then.
Your voice from there.
The scholar in search of utopia. More. Within him dwells the virtue of the seeker. Nurture thy bond with him, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
Now let's see what manner of story you'll weave.
Oh boy. This is the first of your followers. People that support your quest as steadfast allies you can grow closer to. Strengthening your bonds with your followers will lead to unlocking various abilities that can change the shape of your journey. More is the first of many, so keep an eye out.
We'll meet again, I'm sure. Here's to our joined path, and the thrills that yet lie ahead. The royal funeral draws ever closer. 5 days remain.
All ready then? From here on, we travel in secret. If we're to get back into the capital, we'll have to do it undetected. So we'll cut through the forest, find the abandoned mine shaft in the mountain, and take the tunnel to the other side.
That way they'll never see us coming, huh?
Lad, you'll be our vanguard. It'll be a trial by fire, but the sooner you get used to that power, the better.
Speaking of, you were talking like you know something about it.
Not much. Just what I've picked up from missions in the early days. I've only heard it's a power found in those who walk a righteous path. Sounded like superstition to me, but everything's always clearer on the battlefield. Once I saw it in action, I could tell it was no fable. Never thought it'd come back to haunt me. Despite all my training and research, I never managed to master it myself.
Huh. It really is something special, then.
Don't forget, one wrong move and I'll cut you down.
I'm aware.
I'm watching you.
Yes, I get it. Just trust me.
Right. Let's check the map. This'll all be for nothing if we get lost.
This place.
Lord mine, apparently. Going through them would put us through the capital, it seems.
That being the case,
Let's take us to Grand Trad.
All right.
This place here.
Let's see.
Hold on. This place.
Don't let your guard down.
Well, gonna have to. Before I can say what we're gonna do is
The
we're gonna
Nord
go.
Mines, located northwest of Grand Trad, it is resource-rich with magla crystals. Its proximity to the capital simplified crystal excavation, but the Sanctus Church's sudden proclamation of closure stopped work in its tracks. Exiting the forest, the party continues along the wooded road leading to the derelict mine.
Huh? What happened?
No. Don't let your guard down.
Look at that!
No. Let's go.
Pushing forward.
Alrighty, we're gonna try to find somebody to raid. Pressing y'all over somebody. Because honestly, I'm getting tired and I need to sleep. Let's see who we can find to raid today. Yeah, perfect. We'll raid Spring.
Esa parte es la que menos me gusta porque es aburridísima pero con ganas.
They're doing some Canito Pet.
Llama a la puerta, son testigos de Jehová, no la abran.
Baby, hold on. I trade it.
Violence is the answer to complement chaos. When it comes to this game.
Bueno, que se supone que es el... Porque, por ejemplo, cuando yo lo jugué... Porque yo lo jugué 2 veces.
They're kind of in Spanish mode right now, so we'll send you over to Stargirl.
Pray do not concern yourself. 'Twas but a glancing blow. Come, the Aetheryte is close at hand. Let us press on. It feels so weird to be going back through this part of the game.
So, make sure to give them a good how you do. And we will be talking sometime tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow or Monday. So, y'all take it easy.